Hi, I'm John Barnes from Briley Manufacturing. Today I wanted to go over the use of our sub-gauge sidekick tubes, which are the shorter sub-gauge tubes that we produce. These are a great cost-effective way to get into the world of shooting sub-gauge. They're roughly about a third of the price of a full-length fitted tube set, and they still perform pretty well. They're also lightweight, compact, they're easy to carry with you. A lot of people just like them for those reasons, and they do perform pretty well also. Just wanted to go over a few tips about installing them with you. These tubes are a little bit different than the rest of them. They're a drop-in fit, so they don't really care which barrel they go in, whether it's top or bottom. They're not labeled top or bottom. You can use them between the two different barrels interchangeably. And the best way to put them in is you just push them in until you start to feel a little bit of resistance. Then you want to align your ejector, and I'll show you a closer up shot of the proper ejector alignment on most guns. This just happens to be a Beretta barrel. Please check out our Blaser F3 and F16 videos for information on the correct ejector alignment for them, because those two guns are a little bit different than almost everything else. But this will work for almost everything else out there. Whether you're using the sidekicks or fitted tubes, everything, please check out the Blaser F3 or F16 video if you're having any issue installing tube sets correctly. So, after we have the sidekick part of the way in the barrel, we've checked our ejector alignment, and it's in line. Now you're going to need to tap them in the rest of the way. So using the provided tube set driver, which is the aluminum tool, little black tool, says CT driver on it, and it's labeled 28 on one end and 20 and 410 on the other end. We're installing 28 gauge sidekicks in this barrel, so we're going to put in the portion that says 28 into the chamber of the tube set. Using the provided hammer, we're going to tap it into place until the tube stops within the barrel. It'll stop exactly where the 12 gauge shell stops inside your barrel, so don't worry, you can't drive them in too far. However, I will mention when these are new, they do tend to be very tight. They're held in the chamber by friction. So putting just a little dab of a good quality gun oil, such as the Briley Ultra Glide, will help get them in the barrel while they're still new. After they wear a little bit, they'll go in the barrel a little bit more easily. But just tap them in until you feel a positive stop within the chamber. And sometimes it will take a fair amount of force to get them in. If you think that it seems like it's taking far too much force to get them in, please stop, double check, make sure you have everything installed correctly. If you're having any issue with it, please feel free to call Briley's customer service or check out some of our other tube set installation videos. So we have the bottom tube in, the ejector is aligned correctly. Now it's time to put the top tube in, and it goes in just exactly the same way. Once it starts to stop again, you want to align the ejector on the tube set with the ejector on the barrel, and it's pushed in as far as it'll go by hand. Again, take the 28 gauge portion of the installation tool and tap the tube into place. Now with everything sitting just below flush, everything's driven in the whole way, the ejectors are aligned correctly, and I'll show you this alignment because this has it just about right. This shows the correct ejector alignment of the tube set ejector versus the gun ejector for Briley sidekicks, companions, and almost any other Briley tube set for most guns except for the Blaser F3 and Blaser F16. Check out our Blaser F3 or F16 videos because the ejector alignment for those guns is a little bit different, but this is how you want to align your ejectors on almost any other gun that has a tube set in it out there. And now you're ready to shoot. One thing that we get a lot of questions about with the sidekicks is, you know, so since the tube stops somewhere in this area in the barrel, do the 12 gauge chokes have much effect on your pattern? And they don't have a ton of effect on the pattern. If you put an extremely tight choke in your 12 gauge, it can help bring your pattern down a little bit tighter. But there's just simply not enough room for your sub gauge pattern to open up enough over that much distance for your 12 gauge chokes to have much effect on them. In other words, you will get much better pattern performance out of a full-length companion drop-in or a fitted Briley tube set than you will out of the sidekicks. However, the sidekicks are very effective out to about 35 or 40 yards, and you can play with changing the chokes, and some people have had very good luck with a tighter choke, even going as tight as an extra full, helps constrict that pattern down just a little bit for your longer shots. Most sub-gauge courses are normally set fairly sub-gauge appropriate though, and these tubes will work just fine without changing the weight of your gun very much. And that's just a little bit of information on the sidekicks. I also want to show you how to remove them. Provided in the kit, there's actually 3 aluminum rods. I already have these screwed together just to save time in the video. But you screw them together. There's plastic on one end, so you get this nice long removal tool. And to remove them, you take the plastic section, run that in from the muzzle of the gun. You'll feel it stop on the tubes. Now, you can tap them out with the provided hammer. However, I find it a little bit easier with these tubes just to grab the piece of aluminum and tap them out of the barrel. And you'll see that one came right out. Now we're going to move to the bottom barrel. Do the same thing, just tap it a few times. And that's all there is to it. Whenever you're done using your sidekicks, be sure to just wipe them down with a rag, a little light coat of gun oil before you store them. And if you're looking for any more information, again, feel free to check out some of our other videos on Briley.com or contact our customer service representatives with any questions that you might have. Thank you very much and have a nice day.